Alright, so here's the mink, and I'm going to point out some muscles so when you study, it'll make it easier. The first one is the masseter. It's really easy. It's just right here on the cheek. Can't miss it. If you look at the chin, underneath the chin here, the muscle right here is called the digastric muscle. Further down here, this bigger muscle on both sides is the sternomastoid. Sorry. Open this up on the inside. It's a little difficult to see, but there's a thick muscle right here. It's been halved. Part of it's underneath here. It's the myohyoid. Underneath the myohyoid is a thinner muscle called the sternohyoid. And further deeper than that, there's just a piece of it left here, is the sternothyroid. The easy way to remember that is it's alphabetical. Myohyoid, sternohyoid, sternothyroid. Also, cleidomastoid, you gotta pull your sternomastoid further down. It's usually attached to the muscle right in here. This is the cleidomastoid. Now I'm gonna point out muscles that are on the shoulder. You got the clavotrapezius. It goes to the clavicle. Then here you have the acromiotrapezius, which goes to the acromion process. And then back here you have the spinotrapezius, which goes to the spine of the scapula. Now, for identification purposes, we will give you attaches to the clavicle, attaches to the acromion, or attaches to the spine. When you open it up, on the inside here, we expose some more shoulder muscles. Right here, this muscle that's straight across is my levator scapularis. This other muscle that goes at a diagonal is my allantoschapularis. I have this raised muscle right here, which is the rhomboidus capitis, which you don't need to know, but right underneath it, right here, is the splenius. Up here at the top is the rhomboidus complex. Don't really need to know each piece, you just need to know the complex. Down in the corner right here is your acromiodeltoid. Apologize. So again, you've got your levator scapularis, your allantoschapularis that goes at a slant, your splenius, and your rhomboidus complex. Alright, now I'm going to identify the muscles of the forearm. Right here, this is the dorsoepitroclearis. It's quite long, it's really easy to see. Right next to it is the triceps lateral head. Right below that is the triceps long head. The long head is much larger. On the inside muscle right here, right this chunk right here, we've got, or actually right here is the biceps brachii, pectoralis major, which runs across the chest, and the minor runs down the chest. Now we've got some forearm muscles. On top, this really large muscle that I can actually lift up is the brachioradialis. Alright, looking at the underarm right here, this muscle is the flexor digitorum superficialis. It's on the underside of the arm. Right next to it, you have your flexor digitorum profundus humeral head. Next to that, you have your flexor capri radialis. Right there, and then right next to that is the flexor digitorum profundus radial head. Best thing for memorizing these is just know which order they go in. Make sure you remember this is on the medial side, which is on the inside of the arm, not the outside of the arm. Speaking of the outside of the arm, you still have your brachioradialis. You have right in here extensor capri radialis longus, and right next to that is your extensor capri radialis brevis. Again, remember the order in which they occur. And that is our mink.